Welcome to the Baseball Together podcast with your hosts, Blackjack Brad and Briggy Blue Eyes. And now, Baseball Together. Baseball family, welcome to this Sunday episode of the Baseball Together podcast. I'm Brig. I got the Brad Master here with me, and he's doing fine. Look at him. I don't even have to ask this time. I already know.
You know.
I do know. Baseball family, this is our version of power rankings today. We call it Emoji Tiers. We're about to tell you where we think teams land on the list of goods, bads, uglies, and everything in between. There are 30 teams. We break up our power rankings into 5 categories. We've got Diamond tier. We've got our Heart tier. We've got our Question Mark tier. Thumbs down, that's 4. And the Poop tier is 5. Boom. That's how we do this. Now, this is the cool thing about this episode for me is this is the last time I have to stick to the form. Every time we do this, I get about this way through the year. As soon as the trade deadline's over, I don't have to keep everything structured. We have 3 teams are allowed in the Diamond tier, 3 teams are allowed in the Poop tier, and then 8 teams in each of the 3 remaining tiers. So following this episode next month, you're going to get a shift, which means that everybody sucks and I get to say who sucks. That's not today. Don't get your hopes up. You have to be back for our end of August one. But first, we want to tell you about Chinook seeds. We love sunflower seeds here on the show, and you probably do too because you're baseball people, and it's a whole baseball thing. So if you like sunflower seeds and you're interested in having the best seeds ever, go to chinookseedery.com. You can use code BTPOD at checkout. That'll give you 10% off your order. It supports a terrific company made up of absolutely fantastic people who produce a great product right here in the United States, and it'll support us. We get a little bit of a kickback on that, which is great. So it's a great way to support the show, but it also, you get a discount and you get the best seeds ever. So go to chinookseedery.com, use code BTPOD and get 10% off your order. It's not just your first order, it's every order. So that's the best, one of the easiest ways to support the show, and you get a ton of benefit. The other way to support the show is go to patreon.com. You can go to Patreon, search Baseball Together. There are 5 tiers of monthly support that we offer. If you like what we're doing here on the show and you want to find a way to support us, that's the easiest way to do it. Everyone gets a sticker, and everyone gets at least an extra episode of the podcast every month. From that point on, from that $1 a month on, there are other benefits and perks available, and you can go look at those to see if that's something you're interested in. We would appreciate it. It goes a long way. The last thing I will say is, as we're going through, if you like what you hear, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, hit the like button, share it with your friends. We want more people in the baseball family. You are the easiest way to make that happen. Share it with people whom you love and think would love this. Okay, let's get on with it. Emoji tiers. Brad, I want you to start us off with, who do you have this month in your Diamond tier?
Okay, my Diamond tier has, I think, entirely flipped from last month.
Yeah.
Either way, I have, in no particular order, I have the Blue Jays, Brewers, and Cubs. Now, I will say, it's tough. It was tough to keep the Cubs in there. I wasn't entirely sure, and I had a hard time being like, yeah, the top 2 teams in the NL Central, they're absolutely in the Diamond tier, because I don't know if that's necessarily the case, but that's what I ended up doing. And part of that is because nobody's been better than the Brewers this month.
It's true.
Okay, like, they've closed a massive gap with the Cubs, and the Cubs are no slouches. They have not played bad baseball along the way. It's just the Brewers have just been red hot.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking lava hot break. And it was between the Cubs and another team. I think it was between the Cubs and the Mets in my Diamond tier. But I went with the Cubs because they have the best run differential in Major League Baseball at plus 116.
Yep.
They're the only team with a run differential of over 100 on the positive side. A couple teams have minus 100, but we won't talk about them till later.
But look at that later.
Like, I know. I talk all the time. Like, Cubs, you need to figure out your pitching, but like, do you?
Not every day. Not every single day.
Some days, yes, they do. But the fact that they're playing some of the most exciting games in baseball because they lack that pitching, but they have the offense to make up for it. Cubs are a really exciting team. They're very, very good. But if you want to win a World Series, you need some pitching. But for now, I'm going to leave you in the diamond tier. And the Blue Jays, they've been right up there with the Brewers as one of the best teams in baseball for the last month. Did not see that coming. I thought that they was just same old Blue Jays, same thing, different year. Not so much the case. So I had to put them in the diamond tier because they came back. Not only did they take the spot from the Yankees, they continue to grow the gap.
They do.
Which is
yes, they do.
Insane at this point because I would not have thought that they were going to be 5.5 up at the end of July.
No, absolutely no way. I feel the same way. My diamond tier, two teams. I'm keeping two teams from last month in the diamond tier. The Dodgers got demoted, and I've put the Blue Jays in there instead. But so I've got Cubs, Blue Jays, Tigers. The reason I'm keeping the Cubs in over the Brew Crew is because of that run differential. That's it. I think that if you look
huge.
If you look at games where they play teams over 500, the Brewers though take it. That's the only hesitation I had. Teams over 500, the Brewers are 33-23. The Cubbies are 31-30. So if I had to pick a reason that the Brewers deserved more attention, it would be that. But for me, that still isn't good enough ahead of the deadline to contend with that run differential because that is 116 to 92. That's the difference between the two teams. And the Cubs at 116, they are plugging those holes that they are going to be able to fill as we approach the deadline. So if they don't pick up an arm that can really help, then yeah, that's going to be a problem. But until then, they deserve the diamond tier still for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then the Tigers I don't want to hear about the last 10 days or whatever with the Tigers. They're still phenomenal, and they still need all of everybody should be just as afraid of them as you thought you should be.
Okay. I'll talk about the Tigers in just a minute.
Yeah, you
Unless
will.
you want me to go into my heart tier right now.
Yeah, get after it.
Okay. All right. So my heart tier, I have the Dodgers, Mets, Phillies, Tigers, Astros, Red Sox, Yankees, Rangers. Not necessarily in that order. The top is tough. But this is the thing. Okay. Dodgers, I had to drop them down. And part of that was head to head. They got swept in the season series by the Brewers. Yep. And so I didn't feel like I could have the Brewers below the Dodgers for that reason. Even if it was in the same tier. But man, the Brewers, man, I'm so impressed with them right now.
Me too.
The Dodgers got moved down to the heart tier. If anybody else, I think, played the way that they have over the last 2 weeks, they'd probably be moved down from now down to the question mark tier. But I don't have the questions about the Dodgers. We know what it is. They're injury riddled.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
They still are and they have guys slumping. They are still one of the best teams in baseball, so they still belong in the heart tier.
Yep.
Here's my thing with the Tigers. Brig, this is more than just like a bad couple games. 13 games. You ready for this?
I'm so ready.
The only team in the modern era to have a 13-game span, this is Opta stats, where they were outscored by 50 or more runs, were out-hit by 50 or more, had fewer than 25 extra base hits, struck out 125 or more times. They had the best record in baseball when they started that stretch. And yes, they're up there still. They still have, this is, by the way, this is previously recorded. This is Monday. They still have 61 wins. But they're in second place in the American League right now. And overall, I mean, they're tied with the Dodgers, which is like, oh man, you're down with the Dodgers, but the Dodgers have like the fourth best record in the National League right now.
Fourth best.
Third, yeah.
That's exactly right. Fourth best.
Again, the parody of baseball.
Right.
Which is awesome.
It's awesome.
But the thing with the Dodgers, or not the Dodgers, the Tigers, is they still feel like an unknown. That last year at this time, we're like, dude, it's done. It's done. But then 2 weeks later, they went on a tear. And like I said, I think I said this last week, are they going to go on a stretch of where they play some of the best baseball that we've seen over 162 games and that's it? Or maybe even 140 games and that's it? Are they going to fall off now and end up being a wild card team? Well, they're not going to be a wild card team because nobody's going to catch them in their division. But are they going to end up playing in the wild card round despite having the best record in baseball for a while? I don't know.
It could happen. It could happen.
And so the talent is there. We've seen it this year, so they don't belong in the question mark tier. But if they keep playing like this, they might end up falling down.
They could. You're right. I just don't think it'll hold. I think it's a fluke.
I don't know. We'll see. I bumped the Rangers up because they're playing better than playing better than a lot of teams right now. They went from being out and sellers to they're tied with the Mariners for second place in the West as of today. Coming into today, the Astros are still on top, so they belong here, but they're kind of towards the bottom. The gap between the Rangers and the Astros is not as big as the Astros would like it to be. I'll tell you that.
Of course.
And the Mets and Phillies, they're 1A and 1B in the NL East to me. 100%. I think we talked last week about how it's like they're going to finish with the same record or about the same record, and it's going to come down to season series.
Yep.
They feel like the same team.
They really do. Yeah, exactly. Maybe with some flip-flopping.
They're both week to week. It's weird. Okay, go ahead.
So my heart tier also includes the Brewers for those reasons. Dodgers, obviously. Mariners, Mets, Phillies, Astros, Red Sox, Padres. I am absent the Rangers because I know everybody loves a good hot streak, and I like that. And I like that Corey Seager is finally back and that they're 15-6 in July as of this recording. That's great. That's spectacular. But I need more than 15-6 in a stretch. I need more. You can't be all the way in my heart tier for a 28-day stretch.
My thing was mostly that they won when they needed to. That it's not like one of those things where it's like, oh, we won when the Astros won, we won when the Mariners won, we lost when the Mariners lost, we lost the Astros. No, when they needed to get a win, they got it. That was a big thing for me. Is they closed the gap. They took care of business. And that's why
they have. That makes sense. The Red Sox, Bregman is back, Devers is out. They're playing great ball. It seems to be exactly what we wanted to see from them, unless you're a Yankees fan like me, which hurts your heart. But otherwise, as a baseball fan, this is who we expected them to be going into the season. It's been a really weird couple of months leading up to now, or I guess first half of the season, not just a couple of months. It's been a really weird first half of the season. So the fact that they're still playing at a wild card level in I think it's great. It's been a really topsy-turvy East. Give me a question mark.
It's been wild. Question mark. I have the Mariners, Padres, Giants, Reds, Rays, Cards, Cleveland's Baseball Club, and Royals. My Mariners are here because they're kind of the opposite of what the Rangers are doing right now. They're playing mostly fine, but they don't take care of business. It's like you look at the scoreboard, you're like, oh, sweet, Astros lost. Well, okay, now the Mariners lost.
But so did we.
Oh, sweet.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, crap, the Astros won. Oh, well, good. At least we won to hold serve, right?
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden it's like, well, shoot, the Rangers are right there. You're going to lose today to the Angels? So.
Exactly.
This is the thing. If I'm putting anybody at the top of the question mark tier, the Mariners are right there toward the top. I still feel like they're a good team, but day to day, it's like, man, friggin' figure it out.
Figure it out. That's what I said. I said figure it out.
It's so exactly right. I still like the Naylor move. I like that. There's got to be one more, and by the time this comes out, there may or may not have been one. I don't know. It feels like
very
there's got to be one, but
but
golly, man, just figure your crap out. And I could say the same for the Padres. the Padres had a golden opportunity to close the gap with the Dodgers and overtake that position in the division. In their last 10, the Dodgers are 4-6, and the freaking Padres are 5-5.
Yeah.
Win some games.
You have to.
You had a golden opportunity to win some games, but then the rest of the division, you got the Giants are 2-8, the D-backs and Rockies are both 5-5. Nobody wants to take that division. They're all so scared to challenge the Dodgers for anything, it feels like. And so I got the Padres and Giants right here. The Giants have fallen off the face of the earth basically since the Devers trade. So they're trending downward. The Padres are just kind of hanging out because they can't take care of business. I got the Reds here just out of circumstance. Same thing with the Rays and Cards. And because I can't put Cleveland any lower next month. You'll see.
Next month. Yeah, things shift dramatically.
The question mark here will probably be empty next month.
Yeah.
It ought to be because we know who teams are by then. But anyway, go ahead.
Especially with the trades. The trades.
Yes.
Yep. So my question mark here is the Yankees are 22-28 since May 28th. Like, give me a break, dude. What's happening? And now Aaron Judge goes down on the IL for at least 10 days. And Giancarlo Stanton is going to play right field. What? Excuse me? Baking powder? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? No, absolutely not. So they made 2 deals for 2 infielders. Okay, I know we need infield support at the corner. I got it. Yes, do that. But 2 guys, like 2. One of them's a second baseman. We have second baseman anyway. It's disgusting. The Reds are 10-4, or 10 of their last 14, I think, is what going into right now. And they're now within a game of the wild card situation. So that's fun. You know, I didn't see that coming.
The Tito Francona effect.
Huge question mark there, right? So they got to be in there. The Giants, Verlander finally got a win. That's exciting. But who are they? No idea. I don't think they have any idea either. The Rays, they're up here because they've played out of their minds and they finally don't have to play at home as much, which is not bad. But then the Dodgers, they have to play the Dodgers at home. Do we know who the Dodgers are right now? Not all the way. So that's a question mark. That's going to go in there. The rest of the Rays schedule is super hard. Like, it's really hard moving forward for the Rays. So they're going to end up in the nurse's office. What's that?
I just said there's so much of it is on the road. You said they're going to be in the nurse's office?
They're going to end up in the nurse's office a little bit, I think. Seager finally back with the Rangers. I brought that up. The Cardinals need to sell. They just need to sell.
They need to move Arenado, man.
They need to. Now's the time. They're going to get most for him right now, and they need to just let it happen. He needs to let it happen with his no-trade situation. The Royals, come on. If you looked at the Royals team right now and didn't say anything but, then you're not watching. And then this is where I put the Marlins. I have to put the Marlins here because of the math, but also because they're 20 of their last 29 games, and they beat the Padres in a series win. Like, come on, that's pretty cool. But why? Why is that happening? I don't know. So that's why my question mark tier looks the way it does.
Nice.
All right, give me your thumbs down. What you look?
That's
what
a
you
good
look
question
like
with the Marlins. So I wouldn't say in this order, but these first 2 do belong at the top to me. I've got the Marlins and the Athletics at the top of my thumbs down tier. I'll tell you why in just a minute. Actually, you just said why at the Marlins. But then I've also got the Pirates, the Diamondbacks, Orioles, Braves, Angels, and Twins. The Angels split with the Mariners this weekend. I'm still not buying it though because they didn't look like a team that was like. It was one of those things where I was more frustrated with the Mariners not doing what they're supposed to be doing rather than be like, golly, they're beating you? Like, no, that's not what that felt like. So the Angels, their thumbs down easily. The Athletics swept the Astros in Houston.
I know. I love it. I love it.
Look out. You got to keep your wits about you with this team because they will surprise you and they will take you out. They're going to be spoilers the rest of this way. Just you wait, Henry Higgins. Pirates are terrible. D-backs are selling. Orioles are just a mess. The Braves. I love that the Braves picked up Eric Fetty off waivers. I know they needed a pitcher, but no, you can't have him. We're just going to take him so that nobody else has him.
Yeah,
I'd be
that's
pissed
exactly.
if I were him.
It was so petty. Yeah.
I'd be so mad if I were him. And then I've been saying the Twins belong here all year.
Yeah, I agree. Mine looks very similar. I've got the Angels, Cleveland's baseball club is here, D-backs, Twins, Orioles, Nats, Braves, and the A's are also here. I want to put the A's higher, and maybe the A's will be my only question mark team next time. That's possible. There with the Rays, maybe the two of them will be like, "What's happening? I don't know. Let's keep it going." I feel like all of this stuff makes its own sense. You brought up all the reasons why. Cleveland is here for a number of reasons, but that Emmanuel Class A situation like shunted them into the corner of the thumbs down tier. So after that, I'm like, there's no questioning where they belong. Okay, give me your poop tier.
Rockies, Nats, White Sox. And big part of the reason the Nats are here, I said, I like what the Athletics are doing. They have a terrible run differential. They're minus 121 today. But we've talked ad nauseum about this team being like, golly, they're so much better than that. That's why I put them in thumbs down. Had to put the Nats here. They're one of the only other couple teams. It's them and the A's, and then the Rockies are just otherworldly with their minus run differential. So I had to put the Nats here. Although, I don't know, maybe they'll be in thumbs down at the end of the season because I like a lot of their talent. It's just they have not put it together yet, and I'm hoping they'll get there. The Rockies are the worst team in the history of baseball, and the White Sox are right there behind them.
Yep. I agree with you. I've got my poop tier is Rockies, White Sox, Pirates. The reason I've left the Pirates down here instead of the Nats, which you made a good argument for the Nats, but I think that the fact that the Pirates are this bad with such a talent like Paul Skeens, and they're getting ready to sell, hopefully, everybody around him. I hope they move him too, but they're not going to. They're going to, Bednar's going to leave, and everybody else is going to leave. Like, if they can get that taken care of, then the house will just burn up around him, which is what's happening every time he goes out to play anyway. So it's become meta, and I think it's just poopy, so I put him in the poop tier.
And it works. Like I think Skeens was the only reason I didn't put them in the poop tier. Like,
he's the only reason.
That transcendent of a talent, it lifts the team up at least once every 5 days. But even then, not enough to get a W. So
they still lose. Yeah,
he's gonna lose 20 games and have a sub-2 ERA.
It's really cool. They're gonna call it a DeGrom. You know how we have the Maddox? They're gonna call it a DeGrom. Yeah, we're just gonna give it that name.
If it's that bad, though, maybe they call it a Skeens.
Ooh,
it's gonna be worse. It's gonna be worse. It is gonna be worse for DeGrom.
Yeah, you're right.
Because he went, what was it, like 8 starts in a row where he didn't get a win, and he only allowed like one run over that entire time.
Yeah, and he's got a sub-2 ERA or at 2. Right?
Yeah. After this weekend, when he dominated the Diamondbacks, I heard it was like 1.83.
You're right. Well,
freaking end of July.
That's insane.
And he has more fingers than wins, Brig.
Yeah. And he's not missing starts. He's out there every day, every 5 days, doing his thing. You know, he's getting every inning he needs.
Just shoving, man.
I just don't. Yeah, it's too bad. It's too bad. Anyway, baseball family, let us know what you think. Where do your teams fit in the power rankings? Who are you watching? Who are your biggest question marks? We want to know. Go ahead and drop us a comment if you're able. You can also send us an email at baseballtogetherpod@gmail.com. It's the best way to do that. And they'll give us an opportunity to respond. We respond to comments as well when we're able. And we love the interaction, so keep it coming. Don't forget that we are posting content every day across social media, especially YouTube. That's the biggest place to find us. We've got short stuff, long stuff, middle stuff, all the stuff, and we welcome you to our baseball family. So go ahead and jump in and interact with us because we love it. Anyway, baseball family, that's it. That's all I'm driving at, and we'll catch you on Tuesday.